been going really well. Stalling offense and defense on both sides. A lot of competition. Honestly, we look pretty good for being off of football for a couple months. Personally myself, I was a little rusty first couple of days. It's been like 9 months since I put a helmet on and really got after it. But I mean, the offensive line, they're looking like beasts. Jaren's throwing the ball really well. Wide receivers looking great. I think as a defense, really just haven't even scratched the surface, if I had to be honest with you. Offense, they're going to get it done, but I'm being honest with you, defense, you guys better watch out for us this year. Definitely going to be on the top in the country and hopefully the best. I don't know how you feel so far about what you've seen in the last couple of days.
It's only been a few days, I just got here Sunday actually, so I came down. I just been trying to get around as much teammate as I can, and specifically Caleb and Gabe and other DBs. Just trying to get up to pace, but so far I've been liking the pace. They've been attacking it every day. Defense has its battles, same with offense. But that's the competition we want, especially going into this tough schedule this year. So I'm excited to be here in Provo. Get it going. Right now I'm in the learning stage and just a sponge right now, trying to learn as much as I can. So,
I mean, to kind of talk about you having to learn and stuff like that, what would you say the biggest difference is so far from JUCO to being here the last couple of days and stuff like that? Because I definitely came from different spots. I've seen a difference for sure, but I want to get your perspective on the situation.
Yeah, so I've actually been to two different junior colleges, and so the first one I went to ASA Miami, and that was out in Miami. So
that was live.
If you know about Miami, it sounds good, but running a football program down there, it's hard. Living is hard, not having facilities, looking for meals. Eating one meal a day. So, and then I spent a year there. I really picked up on football there. It was actually my first year playing DB there. So, after that, that's when I decided, to find new opportunities as far as getting recruited and stuff. So that's when I went down to Texas and went to Tyler Junior College. It's in Tyler, Texas, around an hour and a half away from Dallas. So, I got there. That was a little different from Miami. We had dorms and we had a cafeteria. I had teammates who actually loved the game of football much more and stuff like that. So, that transition from there to there was pretty easy for me because I was just more appreciative of what I had at Tyler Junior College. And then, I got to Tyler Junior College pretty much in time for spring ball and balled out a bit. And then that's when recruitment really started picking up after that. But not too much. And I was actually planning on going back to junior college for another year because you could play 2 more years. You could play 2 years in junior college.
Yeah.
So, but I picked up one offer this summer, Austin P, and from there somehow BYU reached out to me and reached out to my coaches, and I was like, BYU, how you guys found me? But then I was like, how you guys found me in Texas, And then, but then also we did get some new coaches at Tyler, Texas. And they're actually were GAs here at BYU. So, that's how I actually learned about BYU. And they really connected me with the coaches as well. And before going on my visit, they kind of gave me a heads up and stuff. So, and then, one thing I was looking for at the time was just honesty, and just a good family I could grow with, because I'm not going to lie, I'm still in the progression stage, and that's what I was just really looking for, and good teammates, a good DB room to be around. So, and Coach Tanner Jacobson specifically, he's my head coach at TJC, and he's the one that he told me, you're going to go to BYU, Coach G is going to help you out a lot. You're going to have a lot of great guys. He talked to me a bit about Caleb. He goes, he's going to help you out a lot. So I came on my visit, and I happened to get paired up with these two guys here as well. And so I went on my visit, and I was like, yes, this this is everything that, you know, Coach Jacobson was talking about. So I just took the instinct, and it's like BYU is home.
So, you know, like you were talking about your visit here and stuff like that, I remember you were telling me you had just flown back from Utah because you had just gone to Utah State, and you told me that was an interesting experience for sure. So, like, I mean, shed a little light, you know, I mean, it's a rival here, so, you know, we don't really like them, but, like, we'd love to hear about your experience over there compared to what you had over here.
Yeah, so when I got BYU, that's when I got Utah State, and then they're like, hey, we got to get you up here right away. I was like, how soon? Because, you know, I have a visit following Monday. It was like a Tuesday. It was like, yeah, I got a visit following Monday. And then they're like, okay, we'll get you down here Thursday. I was like, oh, stop. But you guys flying me in and stuff, you know, because it's my first visit. You know, I'm like, you guys flying me in? How are we going to do this? And they're like, yep. So just send me your information. We'll get you down here Thursday. And that's when I got down here Thursday. I went out to Logan. And then they had a lot to offer as well, but you know, I went in open-minded, you know, even though my first offer was BYU, you know, they're going to the Big 12 and stuff, but I just stayed open-minded and see what they could offer for me. And
of course,
but you know, the coaches are in there were great and stuff like that, but when I came to BYU visit, it's just like it didn't compare, you know. It was just like I feel like I belong here with the players and stuff, the coaches, you know, and I feel like I'm cared about here, and I can actually progress here, and I can actually learn a lot here, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know about you, but, like, personally, being here at BYU is like the deepest corner room I've ever been in, like, my whole life. I mean, I know you've been in JUCO, such like that, but, like, I mean, at Vanderbilt, I had like 7 guys in my freshman year. Then COVID was. We got down all the way to like 4 guys, and then last year probably had about 6 or 7. So now being in the room with, like, I mean, when school starts, we'll have about 13. Like, is that intimidating or is it like a cool experience, or like how do you feel about it? Because, like, personally, I'm just like there's a lot of people I feel like I got to give like nuggets of information to, but at the end of the day, it's going to be great. But, like, I just feel like there's a lot going on in my personal opinion.
Yeah. So, you know, in junior college, DB room, it's. As far as just corners, you know, it wasn't that big. You know, it was about 8 of us. You know, but like you said, it's a lot more here, in, like, you know, at BYU, and so I mean, to be honest, it isn't that bad, and I like it. And what makes it more comfortable for me is a lot of you older guys. A lot of you guys are older, you know, so like, the thing with me is I just want to learn, you know. That's the biggest thing for me is I like to pick up from older guys or guys who are more experienced, you know, in the game, because, like I said, I've only been playing DB for, you know, a year, you know, and so, like, that's just things wanting to progress, and also, you know, you guys are going to be gone, whatever your guys' situation will be next year, and it's going to be my turn to be the leader, you know, because we got a lot of young guys. So I'm just trying to soak as much as I can from you guys, you know, before you guys head out. Because I got a couple more years to go here at BYU.
I feel you. So, like, your personal opinion, you know, we had this conversation earlier when we were in the film room. So, you know, Caleb Hayes thinks he's the fastest dude on the team. You know, so personally, what do you think the situation is? Because you know, he said he's a 4.3 guy. Does that intimidate you? Like, what's the personal opinion on the situation?
Caleb Hayes talked about his speed a little bit, but you know, he's definitely a great athlete out there. You know, but. I just don't think he hasn't seen.
Stop it!
I just think he hasn't seen enough speed yet. You know, I don't know what's actually speed to him. You know,
we shall see.
You know, with a 4.3, you know, it may be the guy, you know, clocked it a second late, you know, or something. And so, you know, I'm just gonna take it day by day and let him have it for now, and until you go, whoa. You got some speed there for you. So. But nah, Caleb is a really athletic guy. You know, he brings a lot of speed to this game. So yeah.
I mean, I gotta give a shout out to my boy JB though, because I mean, JB's the only guy in our room, and like I think he can really give everybody a run for his money. He's true 4-3, and honestly, I mean, Coach told us we better watch out. But yeah. Honestly, I think this season the game that I'm most excited for, might be different than everybody else. But coming from the SEC is definitely Arkansas. I'm excited to play them. It's way different style of offense than we'll see probably all across the country from the teams that we play this year. They're big, physical. Big difference between the SEC and other places, just the size of the big man. Nothing that we have to really worry about because the quarterback's got to throw it, wide receivers got to catch it, but they got to go through us, right? I don't know, what personally are you the most excited about?
I was looking at our schedule, and we play Baylor. That's a pretty exciting game. Coming from Texas Junior College, it'll be pretty cool to get a W against Baylor in week 2. And then we also got an SEC schedule in Arkansas, and I think that's a great game to get us going for the rest of our season as well, and going into next year into the Big 12. And I'm also excited for the rival games against Utah State, because I had my visit there. But in Notre Dame as well, that's a sold out game, I heard. So that's gonna be exciting, just the atmosphere and filling out Provo fans and just BYU fans across the world, because BYU has a pretty big community. So I'm excited for every game this season. I'm not taking either one for granted. So
what's it called? Yeah, I've been talking to everybody, and honestly, like, the thing that's like super exciting to me personally is like they're like, wherever you go, like, they have to put the BYU fans in like the nosebleeds because there's so many of them that show out and stuff like that. And coming from like Vanderbilt, like, we're just such a small school, so it's super hard to be able to like get a lot of people to show out and stuff like that. But I think it's like super exciting that, like, regardless, win, lose, draw, whatever the case is, we're gonna have people that are gonna be there to support us. And even if it's immediate family or it's the football family, I think that's something that's gonna be super awesome. And like, I mean, I appreciate Cougar Nation for that for sure. Honestly, if you were to say your biggest strength on the field is, what would that be?
Right off the bat, I gotta say speed. I've been a track guy my whole life, so I can bring a lot of speed to the game, which allow me to be much more patient out there while playing. And so yeah, I say biggest thing is speed and just staying true to my job. So I don't like to make the same mistakes over and over again. I always take steps forward. So I just, like I said, I like to be a sponge and just absorb as much as I can. And
yeah. I mean, I guess on a little bit of a lighthearted note, so I know that you just got here in Provo, and right now I hear you're having a little bit difficult living situation, so explain what's going on right now.
Dude, that is crazy, because, all right, so the whole situation was like, I had to get admitted before I could come. Well, backtrack, I had to graduate from junior college to be eligible to even come play Division I football,
Of course.
So, like I said, I intended to play another year in junior college, and BYU came to me in the middle of June, and that's pretty late, because in the middle of June, you're pretty much getting prepared for, wherever school you at or program you at, fall camp, and so for me, BYU reached out to me, and then they're like, yeah, we'd love to get you out here, and I was like, but I got some classes, I need to find a way to graduate. And then so like I ended up finding a way to graduate, but like I had to take 4 classes a month to get up here. And the whole month of July, I was just stressing about and just, staying up late, just working on 4 classes.
Wow.
And, so like that took, my mental away from football a little bit as well before coming up. And and then I finally finished my classes just not too long ago, 2 weeks ago. And then, that's a whole process. Grades have to go in. They have to send it over to BYU, and they have to evaluate. And so that was a process itself. And about a week after that, I finally got admitted. And then like 2 days later, like, all right, we're going to get you out here on Sunday. So then I just came in Sunday. I'm like, all right, where I'm going to live? Well, and then next thing you know, yeah, 2 seconds after I asked that question, D-Lo texts me like, "Yo, you're gonna stay in my crib." So, so this is from Monday all the way up to Wednesday. I was sleeping on D-Lo's couch. Shout out D-Lo, he's a real one because I was homeless. But yeah, and I just actually moved into a house yesterday, so I'm finally getting settled in here.
That's smooth. So I don't know, personally. Actually, I've noticed it when we've been in practice, but like, I don't know when that first scrimmage came, that Provo air, and I had all that adrenaline. I was like, I can't catch my breath. Yeah. Like, I was over there struggling, and I hadn't struggled like the first 9 practices. I mean, tell me about it right now. How's it been so far for you? Because I don't seen it, so I just
everyone was able to hear me breathe on my first day of practice yesterday, but. Yeah, so coming from Texas, it's really hot out there. Like, it's really hot out there. So I thought it was going to be fine when I get down here. I was like, it's really hot down here. I can handle anything. But, like, people were saying elevation is going to be hard. I got down here. I was like, all right, I'm going to be all right, I think. But first day of practice came, had my helmet on. Warm-ups was going good. We got a little active in warm-ups. So I was like, I'm doing pretty well here. But then next thing you know, we got into Indy, and then like his pace starts picking up. I'm like, give me a sec, hold on. But then the elevation is definitely different and something new out here. I actually been out in Utah about a year ago when I played Snow College out here. Okay. And I felt elevation then, but it wasn't I was more in shape then,
Of course.
But but it was different this time around, actually, going at a faster pace and stuff, faster speed. And but it's gonna take a couple days to get used to it, and hopefully by a couple weeks I'll be ready to go run with anyone. But yeah, we're gonna stick it out.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, we're supposed to scrimmage tomorrow, weather permitting, whatever the case is. Like, I'm over here like trying to think of the mental techniques to be like, hey, you're good, man, like, calm down, like, I'm not trying to freak out when I'm out there. But I mean, honestly, I mean, I'm happy you're here. As we are old, I think that we are still pretty young in the room, honestly. I mean, we got a lot of freshmen. It's nice to see an older face in there and somebody you could talk more ball about, because, when you talk with them, it's more or less like it's having to tell them what's going on. And, like, I mean, I love to help them learn and stuff like that, but sometimes, you want someone to be able to pick your brain and be able to help you out and just get better on the football field. It's good that we got Caleb, we got D-Lo, we got Jacob, we got JB. It's super nice, but, what do you think about Coach G and RGA and everything like that? Like, what do you think about the defense and such like that right now?
Coach G specifically, he's the same guy that I met on my visit. He told me coming in, we're gonna get you up to speed, especially coming in pretty late. And he said he's laid back. You guys told me on the visit he's a laid back guy. And he lets you play pretty free out there, and playing DB, you want that. You want a pretty laid back coach, and but at the same time, someone who's gonna point out everything that you're doing wrong. And but at the end of the day, as DBs, we're all gonna mess up here and there. So it's important to have a good DB coach who really understands you and your situation and how's it going, and letting you go at your own pace. Especially me coming in is pretty late. It's kind of going through a mental stage right now. He's just trying to learn a lot of things. But yeah, Coach G been a lot of help. Like I said, you guys been a lot of help as well. Coming, I know it's annoying sometimes asking so many questions and stuff. Because you guys are also trying to learn as well. Especially you just got here. But yeah, that's just like I love DB group, D-Lo, Caleb, you, JB, Jacob. It is good having you guys to really fill me in right now. It make me much more comfortable.
Yeah, and I mean, shout out our guy DJ. He brings the laughter to the room.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, what do you think about like our freshman like development and stuff like that? Like, how do you think they like? What do you think you see from them coming up this season and coming up, in the latter end of their careers and stuff like that? I mean, personally, I think that they're really new. They're raw, in my personal opinion, and the most raw group that I've definitely been around in my time in college. But it's different. They're all switching positions from wide receiver to playing DB, and I mean they're all athletic freaks. We got two guys that run 10-4 in the room. Might be faster than you. But well, like, what do you think so far? I think that so far, like, Nate's really like sometimes like I'm not sure if Nate knows what's going on, but he goes out there and freaking balls, and like at that point I'm like, it doesn't matter, man. Like, you go out there and you get the job done, and it's great, And KG coming from Louisiana or Oklahoma, wherever the situation is, you can definitely tell he plays a southern style of ball and stuff like that. Like, what do you think so far?
Yeah, the freshmen, we got a couple of them. About, I want to say 6.
Yeah, we got
about 6 of them. So I've been around those guys a lot actually. Because I'm almost growing with them at this moment, coming in this late. So, I've been talking a lot with them and, picking their brains as well. And, I've been asking them questions too,
Yeah.
So, but like you said, they're really athletic. They bring a lot of speed to the game. We got guys in the room who have the focus and, who's been keeping up with the information and the stuff getting thrown at them. And so, yeah, the freshman group, that's definitely a group that I will be spending a lot of time with as well, because I'm going to be spending my next, 4 years, here with them. And, we're going to be the new face of BYU football, so it's the freshmen are definitely the group that I'm going to be around a lot this season. We're going to be helping each other out a lot. And, I can't wait to get it going with those guys as well. They're great guys, great character. Some of them from Cali, like you said, KG, Louisiana. So, they all bring a different kind of mindset to the game. And, so it's an experiment for me as well. So I'm excited about them as well, too. They have really bright futures. They're really athletic and really smart. And that's what you need to play this game.
Of course. Well, I mean, last thing I'll ask you before we'll get Caleb up here, like, what are your goals for this season? Like, what do you think, like, is the season going to outcome, just the whole thing? Like, what do you think?
Yeah. So, so this season, I really want to learn as much, because, like I said, I may be the only upper class last. Well, we got Jacob, maybe come back next year, JB, and so as you guys who actually have gotten a lot of game experience, SEC experience, I just want to pick up a lot of football from you guys, and so I can be able to pass that down to the freshmen and or whoever they bring in next, what I'm saying? So so this season, on top of that, while learning, it'd be great to get out there, and make plays, actually get some game experience going in my first year of college football, Division I college football. So I'm just taking it day by day right now, because it's only been a few days here in Provo, and so all I can do is really learn right now, and hopefully my main goal is have a winning season, and going into the Big 12 next year. So I'm pretty excited, no matter where I end up, this season. But just being around you guys is going to be enough for me.
I feel you. Well, one thing from what I've picked up from everybody is what they do here at BYU is win, and we better do it. So we're going to get that done. So I appreciate you for letting us know your story and everything like that. So I guess we'll slide and get Caleb up here next.
Okay, so we're going to stop the live stream and restart it to get the chat working.
Okay.
And then real quick before we do that, I just want to shout out our sponsors, Carrick Home Design, Miracle Bowl, Frankie Jane, and of course, AlwaysSaveDamian.com. All those guys that support the Cougars a lot. And our man Damien, he's the boy who's struggling. His life is kind of on the line. If you do anything to help him out, we appreciate that. So we're going to stop this live stream. Don't go anywhere. Part 2 is going to be up right away with Caleb. And we'll have the chat open. And Caleb and Gabe can field some questions. Maury as well from the chat as well. So don't go anywhere. Hang tight. Hop on the next live stream here. And we'll get you guys all taken care of.